Optimism is essential to achievement, and it is also the foundation of courage and true progress. I'm Anthony, and I'm going to take you through today's HIIT at home strength workout. We're going to start with a warm-up triplet of Scap Pushups, Lunge and Twist, and a plank to handstand. We're going to start in a push-up position. The arms stay totally locked out. All that's going to happen is your shoulders sink down and press back up. You can see how nice and rounded she is in that top position. And then at the bottom, the whole body still stays nice and straight. The only thing that changes is right in between the shoulder blades. Good. After 10 reps, we're gonna stand up and do a lunge with a twist. You're gonna step forward with your right leg. That back knee is gonna drop down to the ground. You're gonna twist towards the side of the front leg. So left leg in front, left side twist, right leg in front, right side twist. Good. We're gonna do 10 on each leg. Then we're gonna do some planks to handstand. We're gonna start in a push-up position. Arms are gonna stay locked out nice and strong. You're gonna push that back out like the top half of the push-up plus, and you're gonna kick up to a handstand. Good. What we wanna see is just as a couple reps is the feet stay nice and tight together. The first thing that happens is you jump, pull your heels to your butt, and then you straighten your legs out up and overhead. Now, you definitely don't have to get this high. We're gonna make it a lot lower to just get a little bounce off the ground and kick to spend some time holding some weight on the arms. So we'll go through that whole cycle 2 times, and then we're moving on to our next triplet of good mornings, weighted overhead sit-ups, and strict overhead presses. Now, you guys should be pretty familiar with good mornings by now. Good. We want to keep those knees slightly bent, the shoulder blades pulled together, that chest is going to drop down to the floor, and then you pop right back up. Good. Now we're going to grab a dumbbell, and we're going to lay down on our back for sit-ups. What I want to see is your feet are flat on the ground. You're going to punch those arms out straight, holding the dumbbell on either side. The dumbbell is going to stay here. As you sit up, that dumbbell should rise up nice and smoothly and go back down. So come on up and reach up and over your head. That's where it's going to stay, and lower back down to the floor. So again, up and reach, hold, and lower back down. It's really common to want to put your eyes on the dumbbell, but we'd rather your gaze be straight ahead. Good, relax, thank you. You have 10 of those reps, then we're gonna stand up and do 10 overhead presses. So we're gonna grab a pair of dumbbells this time, up to the shoulders, press up, and lower back down. Good, we want those elbows up slightly off the body. We want the head of the dumbbell to touch the shoulders, and we want you to lock out nice and strong overhead. Really, in that overhead position, we wanna try and avoid this excessive lean, so keep your abs nice and tight and keep your body aligned nice and straight. Good. After you're done 2 sets of those, it's time to move on to our strength. We have a 9-minute EMOM. That means every minute on the minute for 9 minutes, we're gonna perform these exercises. So you'll perform each exercise 3 times. So you go exercise 1, 2, then 3, then 1, 2, 3, and then finally 1, 2, and 3. For minute 1, you have 10 dumbbell upright rows. You're gonna put those thumb sides together, you're gonna pull up to your collarbone and lower back down. We want those elbows to stay nice and high above the level of the ears and your gaze to be straight ahead. Turn around for me. Okay. If you look at the back, we want to see a lot of work here. So lift up. This is where a lot of the tension is. What we don't see is her shrugging her arms up. We want to try and keep those shoulders down and in place to make sure that we're really working the correct muscles. Thank you. So you have 10 upright rows, then rest the remainder of the minute. Our next set is going to be 7 dumbbell push-ups from a deficit or hand release push-ups. So what we're going to do here is put our hands on the heels of the dumbbells. They're going to be slightly outside our body. We're going to go all the way down. So as you can see, those dumbbells are outside. So our push-up is technically below the floor, then press right back up. Down and right back up. Now, if you don't have dumbbells, we're going to kick them out of the way. We're gonna go back down to the very bottom of that push-up and just pull those arms up off the floor. What we don't see is those hands flashing back or those hands flashing forward. We wanna just keep them in the same line of press as when we're doing that push-up. Slam those hands on the ground and push yourself up. Slam and lift. You're always welcome to scale these down to your knees to make it a little bit easier. Good, so 7 reps of those and rest the remainder of the minute. The last minute is gonna be 5 tempo goblet squats. So we're gonna hold a single weight in front of you. If you have a dumbbell, we're gonna hold it this way, nice and vertically, so the heels of your hands are holding that weight. We're gonna keep those shoulder blades pinned nice and tight together, and our tempo here is 2-2-X 2. So down 1, 2, hold 1, 2, up as fast as you can, hold 1 and 2. So 1, 2, hold 1, 2, up, and 1, 2, and repeat. Good, relax. You have 5 reps of tempo goblet squats. If you don't have a weight that's heavy enough as a single, you're welcome to use a pair just like you would for a front squat. So 3 rounds of that EMOM, and then it's time to move on to conditioning. We're gonna stick with the dumbbell deficit push-ups here. We want those dumbbells, like I said, to be spread far enough apart that you have room for your chest to hit the floor. So we have 5 reps of dumbbell deficit push-ups. You're more than welcome to scale them to your knees or scale them to the hand release push-up. Good, then we're gonna stand up. With both dumbbells in hand, we have double dumbbell hang snatch. So with them in between our feet, we're gonna pop up, punch overhead. Level of the knees is where we're gonna stop and whip those things up nice and high. As you can see, Jess is holding those weights really close so I can stand nice and tight to her without worrying about getting hit with those dumbbells. The closer we keep them to our body, the better. So 5 deficit push-ups, then 10 dumbbell hang snatches, then 15 alternating jump lunges. It's okay that you're gonna do 1 extra on each side. That's totally fine. We'll just make sure that you switch legs as you go. So 1 and 2 and 3. So each leg counts as 1. You're gonna repeat that pattern of 5, 10, and 15 for 15 whole minutes. Have a stack of cards so you can count how many rounds you do. Keep the intensity high. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.